Okay, let's see. We're kicking this off a little bit early here. I think we're feeding through to the folks out there. Let us know if you can hear the audio, if everything's coming through well for you, everyone out there. First thing, of course, I'm going to do is remind everyone to go to hankstrange.com. Very important place for you to go to. Lola is definitely putting out stuff on our email list, and you can sign up for it there, as well as she's putting up deals and things like that, which you guys can get from Lola's Deals. Also, we're selling patches, so we got several patches there. We've got the broadcast patch, the blaster patch. We've got the 2020 was hell in a handbasket patch. 2021 might be the year the world ended. Who knows? But if you get the patches, we've got these cool grenade stickers that we're sending out with everything. You guys can find those there. I think that's it. Also, we've got links to Ballistic Ink if you want to get shirts. Let's throw this up here. Walter, what are you showing off there? Let's see your hat. Look at that. Walter, you know what, Walter? That makes you look exceptionally handsome. I have to say that. You know?
What?
You
if that's all it takes, then by God, everybody needs a buy a patch, right?
Right. Exactly.
Get your patch on.
Yeah. Patrick, not as handsome as you. There he goes. He's got.
And listen, I got a old SHOT Show hat.
Yeah, old SHOT Show hat on.
And I'm playing around with lighting.
And he's getting the lighting so everyone can see his baby blues. He's just going for the super sexy factor right now.
That's what I do best. Ugh.
Yeah, man.
Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz on the beach. Hi, how you doing? I'm Babyface P. That's not really how you do. That's not really how you do your open. I like your openings because you talk. I know there's people who do it, but you do a little bit of a talk, and then it goes.
Yeah,
whatever
that's the music.
Yeah.
I like his startup.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm envious of that startup. Yeah.
What'd you think of the metal today? What'd you think of the heavy metal? I think the rock music. It's in the background of the.
I didn't even hear it. I didn't hear it. Yeah.
If you didn't hear it, then it was working okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I didn't know.
It wasn't covering everybody.
Did you make that music?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No, it was royalty-free music, but I've never put like metal music behind my.
If I could, man, I'd have some.
I could do a rock track for you. I could do it. Either one of you guys, I could do a nice rock track for you guys.
Guitars and the whole 9 yards, man.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to go see, you can check out today's video.
So
finger tapping.
Yeah, we're gonna show it here. We'll do a little preview. Let's see. I think everything's good here. You guys need to smash the thumbs up, share this if you can, all that kind of good stuff. I'm gonna hit the open right now. Let's see if Walter's ready.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation.
All right, guys, make sure you subscribe, smash those thumbs ups, ring the bell, Walter, ring the bell. He doesn't
get a new one.
He doesn't even know he rang both of the bells.
I had my finger on the trigger, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we are live. This is let's see. Can we do the jazz hands? Just get the jazz hands going. This is FreeForAll Monday. Let's get it going. All right, I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. We are starting a little bit early. If anyone's tuning in like, what is going on? We're starting a little bit early because I might end this a little bit early. I've got a TUSC phone call to make, so we're gonna do that. Important stuff.
Mr. Big Businessman.
Yeah, they might want to do this call with me to let me know that I'm the first gun guy billionaire. I don't know.
Mr. Untusk Man.
Somehow I doubt it. This is episode 711. 711. Backdoor Little Joe. I don't know what that means, by the way. Does anyone know what that means, that line?
It says back door.
No, I'm going to have to look it up now. Well, so...
Yeah, what the back door is,
No. I take it back. I take it back. Yeah, we'll get into that in a second, where that comes from. But this is episode 711, FreeForAll Monday. We've got Walter of Safety Harbor Firearms joining us. There's Walter. There he goes. As well as we have Babyface P joining us here on this cold, frigid Monday. Very cold Monday out there. snowstorms going on.
Snow coming down like a lot of places, but
yeah, snowstorms. Snowstorms. I think in New York has some kind of snowstorm. I heard going on. Let me run this in. Look, it is here in Gainesville. Wait, hold on. How come this isn't doing it? Wait, hold on. 43 degrees in Gainesville.
It's going to get into the 30s tonight, I think.
Yeah. So it's cold.
It's supposed to be in the 40s here. So
yeah. Very cold out there. So for anyone who wants to know, that song that I was talking about, I was trying to allude to, is Today Was a Good Day. From Ice Cube. Didn't he say something about 7-Eleven in there?
I don't know the answer to that.
I'm going to look up the lyrics. Hold on. I'm going through the lyrics right now. Maybe, you know what? I hear songs and I hear the wrong words in songs, but I'm dyslexic.
I'm getting excited. We're going, I'm looking at the calendar because Marley and I are going to be out of here in 2 weeks in the mountains. There's some snow in the forecast.
And you're liking this?
Serious snow in the forecast. I don't get to see snow ever. That's exciting for us.
Okay.
By the way,
icy roads.
Yes, but Walter, you can probably chime in on this. We rented a Yukon, and that's like the full size SUV, right?
A Yukon
is like a Tahoe.
It's a little bit.
No.
Yukon is a little bit shorter. I thought. No.
Yeah, that's a little bit shorter. Yeah, than a full size.
Oh, okay. So it's not quite the Tahoe. I thought it was the same Tahoe. Okay.
It's close. It's close. For two people like yourself, that's ginormous.
Okay, so I found it's ginormous for.
But it's gonna be.
I mean, he needs a big, massive vehicle for him, Marley, and Buckshot.
That's right.
Yeah, Buckshot is the whole back seat and the whole cargo. No, I guarantee you, he's not in a cage. I guarantee you that.
Oh, he sleeps. We put a blanket down and a pillow, and he falls asleep.
Yeah. So, if anyone, I am not going to read all these lyrics because this is how you get into trouble. Let's see. Wait, I just found this thing. Where is it now? Oh, no, I got to find it again. Hold on. Let's see. So, I'm looking up the Today Was a Good Day soundtrack, if anyone knows that. And here we go. Okay, I just found it. I'm going to roll it in here. So just so we could clear up any controversies people may have. Okay, so it was like, what's the haps on the craps? Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em, roll 'em in a circle of dudes, and watch me break 'em with the 7-11, 7 even back though, Lil Joe. There you go. I picked up the cash flow, then we played Bones, and I'm yelling domino. So I don't know what he said. Back dough, Little Joe. I don't know what that means. Back dough, Little Joe.
That must be one of his.
Do you really want to know? Because I
don't want to know.
Pornhub.com.
Maybe it's his gay buddy. I don't know.
Maybe Back Little Joe got that nickname when he was in prison. And that wasn't a good day for Little Joe. Or maybe it was a good day. I don't know. I don't want to judge anyone. I don't want to judge anyone's lifestyle.
Can we get back to talking about guns?
Wait, hold on a second. Bricks. Yes, we will. We will. Bricks.
We can swing.
Everyone's showing knives. Now we got to show knives. Look, I got a manual flip up.
Oh yeah, but what about the button?
Flip up. Yeah. Listen, Brick says it's a dice game. It's a dice game reference. 7-Eleven backdoor Little Joe, right? That's what he's saying. It's some kind of dice game reference.
I'm gonna have.
I don't know anything
about. Don't I?
This is how you could tell that I'm not really super hood. If I was all the way hood, I would know about dice. I have never played dice ever in my life.
Never thrown dice?
No. You guys?
I mean, know the concept, but I've never played.
Yeah, me neither. Patrick, you're from Tampa.
I gotta see. I gotta go see. I gotta go see who's on the internet here. I'll be back in a second.
Oh, okay. Someone's about to get it. Somebody's gonna get it. Yeah. So. Yeah. So, I love that song, by the way. That Ice Cube song right there. That's one of the best. Kathleen Music Lover wants to know if YouTube's banned knives yet.
We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah. Here's the problem with you. Yeah, you got to put it like that with your new camera because we can't. There you go.
Well, we can do that.
Okay, so show this off. What is this? This is is that a Kershaw?
Kershaw. This is the Kershaw Launch 11. I picked it up used. This is a U.S. made auto. It's kind of small.
Is that aluminum? Is that like whole thing aluminum?
Aluminum scales, CPM 154 steel. If it will focus, there we go.
There we go.
All American made, and it is fast. I mean, it.
Yeah, I like that actually.
Quick.
I like the monolithic style of that. You know,
and the Warncliffe / like drop point blade.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice for what I do. Opening boxes, opening packages when Amazon delivers works really well.
Mm-hmm. No, I like that knife. Cool. What does that knife go for? Like, what does that cost?
It's $100, brand new. I picked it up used for $85. So
and it's an auto, right?
And it's an auto. It's a pretty reasonable especially for a completely American-made knife. Pretty affordable.
Mm-hmm. I think it looks good. Good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's small, compact, and it opens lightning fast. So we're not sponsored by Kershaw, by the way. I just bought this and thought it was really cool.
Yeah, but we throw up knives all the time. That's all right.
Hey, we half the freaking videos we do. I'm not sponsored by the people doing the videos about.
True.
I just like the stuff. Okay. You know?
Who's sponsored by the guy who designed Hugo Schmeiser. That's who sponsored today's Monday BFP video.
I gave a
who? Wait.
Hugo Schmeiser. He came up with the STG-44.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was a combination of folks, but I gave Oberndorf, Germany, credit on my slow motion video of. Yeah, you gotta pick. Everybody can be in Safety Harbor. Everybody can't be in Oberndorf, Germany. You know.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're
in that slow mo. It was awesome. I'm very impressed with how that slow mo's looking.
We're gonna get into stuff that we shot over the weekend here pretty soon. Brick says, "Shake 'em up is shaking the dice before you throw them." Geez, guys. Oh, okay. I figured that one. Did I miss? I knew that one. And Vanessa Kitty says, "Never played craps. I played craps working tobacco. I get my lunch money playing craps." Oh, excuse me.
That's what dice is, right? It's just craps in back alley.
Yeah.
It's back alley craps. Okay.
I have seen people playing craps. I've been in the hood and stuff like that, but I never understood it. I don't get it. I don't understand dominoes either, to be honest with you.
I play dominoes.
I'm a thinking man. I play chess. That is a game for geniuses.
That's a Cubano thing playing.
Yeah, that's the game of my people, but I don't even know how to play it.
It's fun once you get going in it.
Yeah, people in the Caribbean play dominoes. Yeah, like my parents can play dominoes and then they slam it hard on the thing. I don't like that. I don't like that where people slam things. You know, no. That's not. I could play a game of chess though. That's
I never.
No.
Will can play. Will actually went to a chess tournament one time when he was younger, but he just didn't like that whole thing.
The feel of the competitiveness is too much.
The only kind of chess I don't like is the fast chess, which guys used to play in the parks around New York. Yeah, I hate that. Not a fan. Not a fan of that. Like where you hit the thing and then you play. I like to take my time and think about all the different moves that I can make and that the person can make. And if they do this, then I'm going to do this. If they don't do that, but they do this, then they do this, then I'll do that.
Then you kill them.
Yeah, kind of thing. So
going for the kill.
Yeah. James Miller says Hank's a gentle thinker. No slamming, please.
Look. I mean, this is a toy, everybody. This is a toy. Mm-hmm. We shot a real one.
True.
It was a ride.
I haven't giggled about a gun in a while.
Mm-hmm. A machine gun, especially.
Everybody that shot that goes away giggling, like a little girl. What
do you think that was? 12 to 1,500 rounds per minute.
Second, it was like a ripsaw. It's like
it was crazy.
If you like to see it, you can go to Safety Harbor Firearms Instagram page, and you can see my son.
I'm rolling that in right now.
stripping it and ripping it. That's what he called it, or ripping it and stripping it, or dipping it and whipping it. I don't know what the hell he called it.
Okay, now I don't know what you guys are talking about, but...
what he was saying after he fired the gun.
Oh, okay, hold on. Safety... Oh, there we go. Safety Harbor. Boom. So there's multiple different ones in here that he's shooting. What is...
you have some also slow-mo as well of everybody with their cheek bouncing to the stock.
Yeah, did I just hear my own voice or something?
No, Walter just showed off the...
Oh, it's still on. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, it's still going.
Okay. Yeah, I'm off now.
Yeah, sorry, this is Walter shooting a STG-44, which happened. Also, and then there's Will, I guess. Was that Will talking?
What, the
you know what? That was my voice at the end of Will's thing. You know why? Because so the rest of us were loading 20 rounds in there because we're in a frickin' epidemic.
Ammo apocalypse.
Yeah. But Will did all 30, 40 rounds or whatever. He got a long rip out of there.
By the way, I did see a place today drop 1,000 rounds of steel-cased 5.56 for $350.
Really?
That's still expensive. It's still way over what it should
though
be.
For now, though.
Yeah.
But it's trending.
It's coming down. Right.
Well, very quickly too. I'm noticing it trending down.
Well, people are spent out.
I think so. I really think so.
And I've seen this so many freaking times with all these things. People charge, and they can't charge anymore.
You gotta pay for it. So
you can't charge anymore.
Yeah.
And nobody's handing out another check yet, right?
Well, so I know folks were talking. Let me see. Was it somewhere here in the chat? People were asking about the ammo prices getting raised because several companies are coming out and raising prices.
Between the last one I saw was Vista Outdoors. That whole brand raising between 3 to 15% depending on the cartridge, which is a lot. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, but here's what happens. Okay, they say they're raising their price. When things slowly trend back down to normal and inventories grow, what happens?
It's going to come back down.
Go on sale. But
yes. No, I'm
you just gotta be patient. And you know what? If you're patient, you can drive that price down.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
If you're not buying, it's like gasoline. Once seasonal gas prices go up and down. When people don't buy, the gas price goes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get into... Listen, I would just ask everyone out there to smash the thumbs ups, okay? Thank you in advance. We appreciate that. Helps us with this crazy algorithm that we have to fight over here. While you're smashing those thumbs, I'm going to get in a couple of comments from folks here from the beginning, and then we'll get into gun stuff. Chris Bullis says, never played craps, I just take them. There you go. Nice one.
That's a good thing.
The Arms Man says, come on, Hank, you lived in New York and did hip-hop but never shot dice. No, I never did it because I don't understand it. I've seen people doing it.
Hank's not going to go throwing away good money.
There's lots of things about New York I don't understand, even though I saw it. So,
how many times have I been to Las Vegas for a SHOT Show? Have I ever sat down at a craps table or something? Oh, no. I don't know what the heck. I don't know all the things. I ain't.
Oh, so they're playing the same thing?
Same game. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't gonna.
Okay.
Back alley craps versus, big casino.
I'm not gonna lose my money that fast. I mean,
that's the thing. Yeah. You're gonna dump your money so quick.
No. I've even seen the guys do the card thing. Remember that? Like the guy gets a cardboard box and and where's the card? And the card's moving. And where's pick it now? Yeah, I've seen all of that. I've even gone to like Aqueduct Racetrack. My dad used to be like addicted to gambling. Amongst other things. But I've been there. I've seen like people. I've seen like the dog races, horse races, all that kind of stuff. Actually, I've seen that in England and places like that too.
We used to go to Highlight here in Tampa when they were Highlight track.
I just can't bring myself to gamble. I don't like the idea of losing.
Yeah.
Like I'm too cheap to want to just throw my money away.
I hardly play the lottery. You know, when I was driving to Texas, the lottery said $950 million.
I'm too cheap.
Yeah, and then by the time I went someplace, it was like 20 million. I was like, nah, that's too low. I'll wait till it gets back to 900. But I was like, what is? I remember telling Lola, like, why is the lottery $950 million? And I guess someone won it because it got paid out and then went down.
Yeah.
Who won that?
A group of people won them, I think. A group.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
a group.
Wow.
Here in Florida, I think. In Florida, too.
Oh, really? Babyface?
Yeah.
If you won that thing, we want money.
I ain't telling anybody. Ain't none of you know it if I won that.
If you ever win the lottery and don't tell us and we find out, that's the end.
You and I will have a little conversation on the side, but we are not talking about that live on the podcast.
If I know, I'm telling people.
You know, everybody's going to come looking. Hey,
you know when I move on to my 1,000 acres.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
we'll stop taking our calls.
Yeah.
And 100,000 square foot play shop.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
How did he get that? I don't know, but he stopped talking to everybody shortly before.
Yeah.
Where'd he go? He vanished.
Kathleen Music Lover says my favorite game is chest, hairy chest. There you go. Nice.
Well, I mean, it could be fun, I guess. If you get if you're a chick, anyways.
Yeah.
Armament Access was asking, was that a closed bolt full auto Uzi? Yes, the micro is the only one that fires from a closed bolt.
Mm-hmm.
The micro Uzi. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the other ones are open bolts.
Yes, and we'll get into that. Babyface, I don't know if you're able to run in any of that video you have.
I don't know how to. Okay. You can come pick it up tomorrow and show it off at your heart's content.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna.
Because it's all just stored locally.
Yeah. John Swat gave us $5. Says, would you buy a dead air Sandman suppressor for 300 blackout as my first tax stamp? Or would you put your money towards playing off a Benelli
M1014?
M1014.
How much do you owe on the 1014? I always think getting rid of debt is better than pushing off debt, personally.
Mm-hmm.
And the one caliber that I can go get plenty of right now, shot shell. I can get plenty of shot shell. No problem. If I ever had to go pick up some shot shells to defend my house, I can go pick up some shot shells at Walmart.
So I'm not sure about the Sandman suppressor because he says it's $300. It's a good can. $300 is not bad though.
No. For 300 blackout.
Oh, I'm sorry. What am I reading
Calibers
here? Okay, I read this wrong. Okay, would you buy a dead air? Okay, that thing's probably more than $300 then.
Sandman's $800-900.
Depending. Yeah.
I would still push if you're getting your first tax stamp, I would still push you to getting Liberty Mystic X because it'll shoot the 300 blackout really, really, really well, just as well as the Sandman. And then beyond that, a crap load of other calibers. So, just saying.
Yeah. Vanessa Kitty says, last I went to Vegas, I bought 2 rolls of nickels. Is that nickels?
Nickel slots?
The first roll got me 4,000 nickels. That was enough for me.
See, doing something like that's fun, but I just can't.
Yeah, it used to be. You can play penny slots too, and you can sit and play and have fun. It's fun, but for me, $1, those $5 slots, that's a fast way to get poor real quick.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just my opinion, though. I'd rather go have a nice meal in Las Vegas.
Some people know how to. Some people can gamble. Some people are professional and they know how to gamble, and they get to a point and then they don't put. I have an obsessive nature, easily addictive. That's not the thing I should do. Yeah.
I have addictive personality, but what keeps me from gambling is I don't like the idea of losing, especially monetary loss, like losing money. I get mad if I throw away food. I'm just like, well, that was a waste of $1.50. Why'd I buy that? But no, I can't gamble.
Well, hang on. You shoot guns. You shoot guns. So that whole logic doesn't work.
Yeah, you throw away sandwiches every time you pull triggers.
Getting entertainment out of that. Just I don't take my boxes of ammo and just throw it in the garbage and go, there you go, $5,
Yeah. Listen, to each his own. To each his own. Everyone has their thing.
Long as you're not hurting nobody else in the process,
Go for it.
No.
I came home with 2 loaded magazines. Look at those.
Yeah, how did that happen, Walt? Why'd you walk away?
We called it quits before I started shooting the
Yeah.
the 91 again. So.
Heckler and actually no, it's a C93.
Coke.
Excuse me.
Cox.
Cox.
Yeah.
Cox and locked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So listen, let me do this. The show's brought to you by TUSC. If I forgot, you guys need to. TUSC is the firearms crypto payments, and if you guys want to find out more about that, it is easy enough. Let me see. Where's my? You can Google TUSC. Just Google it, TUSC, and then here's the website. This is what the website looks like. You can go there, sign up, and find out. There's firearm people in the firearms industry are coming on board, Walter, with TUSC.
PWE.
Yeah.
PWE says 1,800 RPM on that micro Uzi.
Okay.
That's why it's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,800 RPM. Wow.
That's the only thing higher than that would be F2000. I think is like 2,000 RPM, and then you're going into like airplane guns higher than that.
Oh, look what my significant other brought me.
What do you got?
You're
Oh,
about to lose it.
Almost rolled it off into my lap there.
You almost became a Eddie Murphy thing. Like you were trying I got my ice cream. I got boom on the ground.
Right. Yep.
You don't have no ice cream. I got no ice cream. You
pick that up off the ground and eat it. Trust me. You were talking about Patrick and the sandwiches. Yes. You on the welfare.
You on the welfare.
I don't know if you could even do that anymore, man.
Sure you could. You just have to do it. That's all.
I don't know if you could. I don't know if you could get into that stuff anymore. Okay, so yes, we did. We did shoot guns this weekend. Actually, yesterday. That's what we were up to yesterday all day. Shout out to BWE. I see he's out there. He was
hell of fun.
Yeah, that was great. That was a pretty good time. I got my MP5 finally came in.
It's beautiful.
Here, let's see if I can cut in some pictures for the folks out there on the MP5. Yeah, it does look good. Richard did a great job.
You got your HNK.
Yeah,
Yes,
my HNK
right.
came
Right.
in,
Can't forget that.
as you can see there. So this is what it looks like with a suppressor on it. This is the YHM H9. I believe that's
by the way,
called. Very nice.
That thing sounds fantastic on the MP5.
Mm-hmm.
That little can.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is affectionately known as my
Little
thing.
Joe.
Little Joe.
Joe.
Back
Go
door.
to circles.
Back door, Little Joe.
Little Joe.
It's affectionately known as the Hank, H-N-K, as the Hank. Don't listen to Patrick.
No. The suppressor's back door, Little Joe.
The suppressor, okay, the suppressor now is back door, Little Joe, obviously. According to Patrick. Let's see, I could probably show you the flip side of it here. Let's see if we can, yeah, that's a good looking gun right there. Good looking gun. I think Richard did a great job. He's saying thank you right now.
Yep.
We were talking about this off air. Is this too? I don't know if this is too gauche of me. By the way, here's one of my favorite features on this. Check it out. Red dot mount on that bad boy. Red dot mount.
That supposedly will co-witness.
I think it will co-witness. I put it on,
It will.
but I didn't. My battery was dead on there. I got to get some batteries.
Yeah.
So-
Come by tomorrow. Bring it by tomorrow. I have some.
Okay, yeah. Appalachian Gunrunner says, beautiful piece. If anyone is looking for something like this to put together a kit, you can go to BWE Firearms. Now, when we put out this video, he's not going to look very happy about doing this in the video. This is what you get out of, this is what you get from Richard. If you've ever seen, who's seen Galaxy Quest here? Anyone seen the movie Galaxy Quest?
No.
Never saw it? No,
Probably did.
wait, hold on. No. Have you seen the movie Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yes.
Okay, so in that movie, there was a robot that was miserable. Do you remember that? There was a
No, I don't remember. But
There was a robot in there that was miserable. That would basically be Richard. He hates HK.
Mondays.
Yeah,
He does.
hates
No, he
Mondays. Yeah, he hates everyone. But anyway, I think he did a great job on that. It looks beautiful. It looks awesome. And I was,
Hope.
huh?
I was going to answer a question for Len Holt. In the chat, he was talking about the ammo for the STG 44.
Mm-hmm.
I bought that like 2 months ago, and I paid like $16 a box for it.
It's still completely available. I don't want to have anybody going and doing a run on 7.92 Kurtz,
Right, 33.
8 mil Kurtz, but yeah, if you can still get it PV Partisan or whatever it is, Privy Partisan, it's like $16.50 a box.
Oh, so it's the same
there's
thing.
nothing-
It's
there-
still the same thing.
There's
then.
nothing that shoots it.
Yeah, who the hell's gonna fire it?
Yeah,
So,
now there's gonna be the great babyface run.
the big run on 8 mil Kurtz.
Yeah, there'll be shows on CNBC talking about how Babyface P is the new
One guy.
Wall Street Bets or something like that.
No, an 8 mil, 7 mil Kurtz or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But pleasurable gun, let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
By the way, here's another picture of the MP5. Boom.
have you sat and fondled it yet? Because I did that for like a week.
Yeah, I was messing around with it all day today before I left. Showed it to one of the kids was up. I showed it to him, which he thought it was cool. You know, that's a cool gun. It's in all the video games.
I was gonna say your kids tend to be aloof about guns, so I'm surprised that he
Yes,
said it was cool.
yeah.
It's a.
That's a big deal for them when they say it's cool, huh?
Yes.
SG1, Stargate, that whole thing,
Mhm.
MP5s the whole time, man. Most of the time.
And the P90s. I remember the P90s.
Yeah, P90s too. Yeah.
Mhm.
When I think of P90 in a show, I think it's Stargate. They always have P90s.
Yeah. Kathleen Music Lover says Rich is the robot. Kathleen Music Lover also wanted to know what's the optic. That optic is a RMR. It's just a Trichicon that was on there in the picture. If you're talking about the picture, it's just a Trichicon. But you can't. It's going to be able to co-witness. So yeah, man, I thought this was great. Let's see what other cool stuff did we shoot there. Let's see.
Micro Uzi was absolutely sick.
Yeah. Oh, here's footage of. Do you guys remember the? Do you remember the rocket launcher?
Yeah. Right.
RPG trainer.
Yeah, the RPG trainer, not really the rocket launcher. Here, I'll roll in a little bit of footage. Here's Rich loading it up. Now, I was hoping this thing will come flying out of there, but it doesn't really. Lola is shouldering it here. You know, it's not as heavy as Lola's making it look here, really. She's acting like it's all heavy. You know. So anyway, I'll get some footage up of that. Let me see if we can go. Oh, Lola should be shooting it here sometime soon. Come on, pull the trigger. You could just put some effects on this to make it look like fire's coming out the back. And then it shoots over and blows up the berm. Let's see if we catch Lola shooting it. Should happen.
Ricochets off the berm and
Yeah, it just blows up. Big mushroom cloud.
yeah.
There you go. Boom. Yeah, Lola pulled the trigger there. There you go.
I don't know if for those trainers, I know the idea is to shoot a tracer, but I don't know if they have special tracers that mimics the RPG.
The 7.6239 mimics the RPG trajectory, supposedly.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do anything special. It just is pretty much the same with the tracer round.
Cool.
Tools and targets.
Yeah, we didn't like the berm on fire.
No.
I don't know. Walter, do you have access to 7.6239 tracer? That's not something I see often.
No, you don't.
Ah,
And they don't import that because that's not importable.
can't import tracer?
No. No.
That's why.
What used to happen in the good old days was Century Arms and stuff would bring that stuff in, and it would kind of go to dealers and to SOTs and stuff like that. Then it would make its way
To the peoples?
But it made it to the peoples, yeah. But they don't do that anymore.
And it wound up at every Knob Creek event.
Oh,
lighting everything
Hell
on
yeah.
fire.
and Eastern Bloc stuff is all green tracer.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really?
It's all green. Yeah.
Oh, that's super cool.
Oh, it's so cool seeing red and green tracers
Yeah.
going. At the same.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I mean, that's what if you think about your prototypical video from Knob Creek, that's what you're looking at.
Fire
Like,
explosions going up and tracers.
Yeah.
Ricochets. The weird thing is you're there at the creek and they're going full on, and you see the ricochets and the tracers ricocheting off, and as you're walking back out toward the parking lot, you're
You
thinking,
hear them like,
No, like where the fuck are those things going?
Yeah.
All the tracers ricocheting off in different directions. I don't know if anybody's got hit by a ricochet, but at least off the range. But
yeah. I mean, when rounds bounce off of a berm like that, they sound like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I've been shooting a couple of times and heard those things just zinging overhead. Yeah, it's happened. It's happened. Not at my place, but it's happened at other places. So, someone was saying in here, I wanted to. What is 3040 Crag? Tools and Target says one of the places I hit for my ammo hunt had nothing but 3040 Crag. No idea what even shoots that, but I still almost bought some.
It's a bolt action. It's a bolt action rifle that was before the 1903 Springfield.
It's basically, they got rid of the trapdoor Springfield when we moved away from black powder and moved into the Krag Jorgensen, which is a side lever loading. You put like 5 rounds in, close the gate. And then they realized when we fought the Spanish-American War, the Spaniards had
Mausers. They had Mausers.
Yeah, the Spaniards had Mausers, and they realized that the Krag Jorgensen sucked versus the Mauser. So then we copied the Mauser and made the 1903 Springfield.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. By the way, we've got 100 people watching. I want all those 100 people right now to smash the thumbs ups.
Yeah, get on it.
Just do it.
Make believe you're playing craps or something. Or you're hitting a button on the what do you call it? On the slot machine.
Or if you don't like the Krag Jorgensen, leave us a thumbs down.
Yeah. Listen, it's as easy as this. It's when you're getting a visit from Backdoor Little Joe, you just take a deep breath in, press the thumbs up.
That's how it works. I'll take your word on it.
Or when Joe Biden's friend Popcorn.
Oh yeah, that's Backdoor.
Corn pop.
Corn pop. Yeah, corn pop. Yeah.
Corn pop.
Oh boy.
Okay. How did can we talk just a little bit on this, and we won't get too much in it.
Right.
I lately after the election, sometimes I just stand and I'm just thinking, are we like in a bad movie?
Just like it.
Well, I mean, really, this is like a bad movie where the thing that can't happen happens, and you're just kind of going, how in the
Lots of things that can't happen have been happening for years.
No, but I mean, this election, it wasn't.
Have you seen all the glorious tears that are coming from some lefties who are upset with what he's doing?
No,
there was a what Biden's lion #Lion Biden or something like that was trending on Twitter last week because the union workers are mad. The pipe project got put on hold permanently. $2,000 will be in your bank account the day after I get hired. 1,400 guys, 1,400. It'll be coming. Shit's never happening. So there's that. Like, people are having regrets, and I think it's very funny.
Well, remember Obama was going to pay people's mortgages off. Remember that?
It's amazing. It's like Trump actually. I will give credit. Trump went out of his way to do most of what he promised on the campaign trail. Little by little, he did it or tried to. Biden hasn't done fuck all. Like, he hasn't done anything that he was promised.
I'm happy that he hasn't done anything yet, but they're trying.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Like,
it's just getting going. Don't get
starting up. I'm sure. Yeah.
Just don't get excited. Don't get too happy.
Right. Which brings us to one of the things we wanted to talk about tonight. This H.R.127 it's a very popular subject amongst the gun Illuminati, I guess. Gun Illuminati.
Is that Shaniqua's bill?
What's it? Yeah.
I'm not okay.
Sheila Jackson Lee is batshit crazy.
No, the name of the bill. Whose name is that?
Okay, yeah, that's a young girl. We'll stay away from that one. That's a young girl who died out there. Sure, but I'm gonna call it HR-127. The bill name is. Do you want to know what it is?
I do actually. I'm genuinely curious.
It's the Sabika Sheikh.
Yeah,
it was
Sabika
a
Sheikh
girl or something, right? That got killed.
Yeah.
So they always do this shit though. Like,
who killed her though?
Mm-hmm.
Who killed her?
We know.
It was a school. It was in a school shooting.
They
So-
always do this where they try to name it something that sounds great to the American public. Like,
Mhm.
why would you
Oh,
not vote?
it's that all moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which
we gotta name it after
none of this stuff is going to stop anything like that. Probably is going to kick off some more things like that. But I did want to talk about this because lots of folks out there making videos about this. I think this came out on Friday. Walter and I went over it. There's a bunch of these kinds of bills just pouring out there now. But I think this one, it's got some exceptionally egregious stuff in it. I hope this goes. If something like this becomes law, I'm just telling you guys right now, we're full-blown civil war. I'm not complying with anything in this.
No, I'm with you.
So, but let's just go over it here for a second, for the sake of the folks out there. You guys can tell us what you think, or not just a second. We'll take some time and go over this. Okay, so it's H.R.127. If you're all looking for the links here, actually, you know what? We should do that, right? We should share that link with the folks who are out there. In case you haven't seen it, there you go. So let's dive into this here. So the title of it is H.R. 127 to provide for the licensing of firearm and ammunition possession and the registration of firearms, and to prohibit the possession of certain ammunition. So this was introduced by Sheila Jackson Lee. If you don't know who that is, that's the chick who is always actually sexually harassing anyone who's president when they come in. I can't even imagine what she's going to do when Biden comes in for like a State of the Union. They might have to, that might go XXX. But she's the one who's always like all over them. I think she didn't do that with Trump. So, hey, respect. Respect to him for that one, right? But that's who.
Where is
I
she
think
from?
she's from. Isn't that Maryland? That's because I'm always teasing Lola about that. I think she's from Maryland. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong.
What's her name?
Jackson Lee.
Jackson Lee.
I think it's
Sorry, I misspoke there.
Yeah, I think it's from Maryland. Anyway, so a bill to provide for the licensing of firearm, ammunition, possession, and the registration of firearms, and to prohibit the possession of certain ammunition, be it enacted by the Senate and the House of Representatives of the United States in Congress.
You won't even
assembled.
believe this.
Where's she from?
Texas.
Texas. What's wrong with you,
She's not the
Texas?
one that wore those outrageous, stupid hats or all those
Yes,
outfits.
she has to be, isn't she?
18th District, Texas, which is Houston. No wonder.
Yeah,
That's-
isn't
I mean,
she?
that's
She's the one with the pictures of all the crazy, like the kente cloth and all that nonsense, right?
No, she's the one with the cowboy hats, right? The crazy cowboy hats. Is that her?
I don't know.
No, I think no. Anyway,
Nope.
it's one of those.
Yeah, she wears the crazy cowboy hats. That's that lady.
Oh, okay.
She wears the ridiculous looking cowboy hats.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway,
hold on.
sorry.
Now we're gonna have to go find Sheila Jackson Lee, just so we can all make sure we're in the same book with which psycho chick it is.
Where's crazy cowboy hats?
Let's see.
Don't break your screen with those images, okay?
Yeah, this is the one I'm thinking about. I always thought this crazy chick was from Maryland or something like that.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
Texas. Those
Wow.
people put.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, as much as we rag on her, the people that support her, they're a bunch of freaking idiots too. So
This
Yeah.
This is the same thing that we've been talking about of
is she
people
from
moving-
Austin? Is it Austin, Dallas,
Houston.
Okay.
it's a district in Houston, but this is what we're talking about when I'm concerned of Californians fleeing California because of the bad politics and then bringing their bad politics with them. This is what happens, I think.
Yeah. So let's go into what's up, Walt.
I don't believe that, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. What are you playing with under the desk?
Little backdoor what?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
really
just
wanna-
gonna make a reference to that tonight.
Okay. All right. Listen. Let's get into this here for a
Continue on,
second. Let's
continue
get into this for a second here. All right. So, Section 2: licensing of firearms and ammunition, possession, registration of firearms. Okay. So just to jump into this, The Attorney General, through the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives, shall establish a system for licensing the possession of firearms or ammunition in the United States and for the registration with the Bureau of each firearm present in the United States. So just think about that for a second. Each firearm that exists in America. How many? Just wild. Someone, just tell us how many firearms you think that is. Yeah. So each one, they want to register. This right here from the beginning of this. This should be like a non-starter, right? Because no, we're not. That's basically not going to happen. So what it goes into here is under the firearms registration system, the owner of a firearm shall transmit to the Bureau the make, model, serial number of the firearms, the identity of the owner of the firearm, the date the firearm was acquired by the owner, and where the firearm is or will be stored. And B, a notice specifying the identity of any person to whom and any period of time during which the firearm will be loaned to the person.
Could you imagine every time you want to let somebody borrow, you're like, hold on, I got to write the ATF and tell them you're borrowing my gun.
Yeah, this is the problem with this thing. Okay,
there are lots of problems.
yeah, there's lots of problems with it. Deadline for supplying information. The transmission required by paragraph shall be made, A, in the case of a firearm acquired before the effective date of this section. So even before this, within 3 months after the effective date of this section, or in the case of the firearm acquired on or after the effective date, on the date the owner acquires the firearm. So they want to backdate all of this to 3 months. If this ever goes into effect, it's going to be kind of tough to do all of that because it will be full-blown
Civil War.
Yeah, we'll be living in the apocalypse that everyone is hoping for.
Where will it be stored? Up Sheila Jackson Lee's ass. That's where my guns will be
in
stored.
general, the Attorney General shall establish what?
How dare I say that?
Wow.
I'm good with that. The Attorney General. Let's go back here to this for a second. Patrick is only going to get more fired up. Just don't worry about it. Okay, so in general, the Attorney General should establish and maintain a database of all firearms registered pursuant to this subsection. And B, the Attorney General should make the contents of the database, listen to this, the contents of the database accessible to all members of the public, all federal, state, and law enforcement authorities, all branches of the United States Armed Forces, and all state and local governments as defined by the Bureau.
Can you imagine if you are ever concerned with crime rates, releasing to the public what you have in your private inventory, like what's in my safe? That just makes you like hey, come steal from me, or come try to. Putting that out there, like, fuck no, no.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Dilspec. I see him out there. Shout out to Richard Monder as well. Yeah, we're just going to keep... I want to go through this to make sure people are actually getting an idea of exactly what this is. So why would everyone have access to my thing? What else? I want to know, like, come on, I want to know everything about what the hell everyone else possesses in the world, right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Just think about that for a second.
Pure insanity. It's pure insanity.
They want to know, and they want to make it a public database. So anytime you go, and then by the way, I saw Johnny B did a video on this. Several people have done videos on this, right? So anyone could go look you up. If you're going to work someplace, anyone could just look you up and go, oh, you own 100 guns. You've got a blah, blah, blah. No, that's nonsense.
I'd love to go try one of those. Let me just go steal it from
What is the military want? Why is the military supposed to have a database of how many guns I have?
Why is anybody supposed to have a database how many guns you
anything on me?
Yeah. I whatever.
This goes on. This goes on to the licensing system, right? And the requirements thereof, heretofore, forthwith. forsooth. Okay, licensing system. Except as otherwise provided in this subsection, the Attorney General should issue an individual a license to possess a firearm and ammunition if the individual is 21 years old. So they're going to want to nationally change it so you have to be 21 to even own this gun.
What's the point of being an adult? Is there any point to being an adult any longer?
I don't.
What, the whole
hell's
18 thing?
Yeah, what the hell is the point of being 18 any longer?
Yeah, you can't drink, you can't do anything.
You shouldn't
so-
be liable
Well,
for anything you do
you
then
can-
until you're 21.
You can still vote for Sheila Jackson Lee so you can get your check.
No.
Yes, you could.
Yes,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
what they do it. That's why they do it. They lower it to 12 if they could.
Well,
Or
if you
10.
can't
talked about
defend
it, yeah.
yourself, if you become 18 and you can live on your own and vote and serve in the military, then any kind of nonsense like this should not exist, right? Otherwise, you're
Yeah.
not an adult until you're 21.
Yes.
Okay, so after applying for the license, undergoes a criminal background check conducted by the National Instant Criminal Background Check System established under Section 103 of the Brady Handgun Violence Prevention blah 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 nonsense.
That system works great, by the way.
Does not indicate that that person of indicate that the possession of a firearm by the individual would violate subsection G and whatever nonsense, okay? I'm just going to keep going through this. Undergoes a psychological evaluation conducted in accordance with paragraph 2, and the evaluation does not indicate that the individual is psychologically unsuited to possess a firearm. What?
I probably am psychologically unsuited to possess a firearm.
Do you know who would be doing all that?
The Attorney General is going to be hiring some kind of
No, I'm
psychologist
talking about
from
the
somewhere.
psyche stuff.
Yeah.
Psyche stuff. That's going to be all political corporations that are owned by political donors.
Yeah. Also, as part of this, I think later you'll see it in this thing, they can go out to your family members. Spouse, former spouse, family members, and ask, it's bullshit. That's none of those people's business what you do. So then you have to also successfully complete a training course certified by the Attorney General in the use, safety, and storage of firearms that includes at least 24 hours of training, and demonstrates that on issuance of the license, the individual will have in effect an insurance policy issued under. So now they're going to force you to get an insurance policy. Yeah. Oh, now that goes back to what Walter was saying, right? And who's gonna issue
serve
up
those?
that? Yeah.
You know, you can't buy that stock because you're going against some. Oh, anyways, that's a whole nother subject. You're not going to get insurance unless you go to the insurance company that's playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and they're going to be owned by that hedge fund. Oh,
Do you?
All of this is
I was just
served.
gonna say something horribly
Oh,
vulgar.
listen.
Keep it simple.
So, do you know what's one of the things? Like, whenever we have these conversations, and you try to get not us, not most of the folks listening to this, or the people who actively follow what's going on here, but a lot of the dudes, like the 5 million people that are still NRA members, they think, oh well, you know, everything's going to be grandfathered, so I don't have to. There's no such thing as grandfathering here.
There are people that are like that, and I don't get. Well, at least I have mine, so I don't have to worry about it. You know, there are people that feel that way.
Where's the grandfathering in this? They want to know every gun. In other words, you have a gun. They find you with a gun. You didn't even do anything wrong. You have a gun. It's not in this system. You in big trouble. Right? That's what's going on here.
You go to prison and meet backdoor little Joe.
Obama. During Obama's time, they didn't put this kind of nonsense forward, right? But
because they knew it wouldn't pass.
yeah, now they're just going all out with this shit.
okay.
So well, let's keep going here. So there's something here about antique firearm display license.
Just get down to the point where they read it. They tell you what these guns are.
I know. I'm
Descriptions of
coming.
these
Walt.
guns.
We're gonna-
I mean, everybody's gonna be asleep by the time you.
No.
But-
We're being thorough. We're being thorough here, Walt. Don't worry about it. We're being
I
thorough.
want to hear what's in the list.
Yeah, we're being thorough here. So you have to have an antique firearms display license. Okay? The Attorney General shall issue to an individual a license to display an antique firearm in a residence of the individual if this particular individual, remember, do you remember Idiocracy? Sir, you are being a particular individual right now.
How many people in the chat display antique firearms? Now, let's be real. That's like getting. That's how many people in their house
Everybody.
have their antique firearms up on the wall.
Everybody.
I have an M1 carbine that I'm displaying right now next to me. I mean, it is loaded and ready to shoot an intruder.
Technically, that is an antique.
Yeah.
It's on display.
Yeah.
It's not pre-1980.
DCG says they're gonna run out of prisons real damn fast.
Oh, that's what they want. That's what they want.
And of course, they're going to be. These people want to have prison reform, so they want to let the bad people out and fill it up with.
And fill it up with Trump.
Well, I hate to say this, but fill it up with the white folk. Okay, so I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying, because there's way more of us than there is of anybody else. So
we're the majority of gun owners.
Yeah, Len Holt says I have Art Deco. Len Holt says I have Art Deco on my wall.
I thought he was going to say he had a Picasso on the wall, but come on.
Yeah, yeah. So this is okay. So let me.
Insanity.
Yeah, let me just go back to this here for a second. So antique firearms, they want to go after. So is the holder of a license issued under subparagraph supplies proof that the individual owns antique firearms, describes the manner in which the firearm will be displayed in accordance with regulations prescribed by the Attorney General, and certifies that the firearm will be displayed, and demonstrates that the individual has provided for storage of the firearm in a safe or a facility approved by the Attorney General for the storage of firearms.
Right up Sheila Jackson's ass.
Okay.
It's a good place.
This is like they're going for everything. There's gonna be at some point they'll tack onto this, and if you have a water gun, if you have a slingshot,
water guns, you could slip and fall on that water.
That incites the young people to violence.
It does, Walter. How did I not even think about that?
Yeah.
And if you point that stick with a crook in it at someone,
fuck me.
With a stick.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to go on to C. That's B. B was the antique firearms, right? C is the military-styled weapons license. The Attorney General shall issue to an individual a license to own and possess a military-style weapon if the individual is the holder of a license issued under subparagraph A. After applying for a license under the subparagraph, successfully completes a training course certified by the Attorney General in the use, safety, and storage of the weapon that includes at least 24 hours of training and live fire training. And then 2, psychological evaluation. Go ahead, Walt. Did you want to comment on this? Military
I'm
style?
laughing.
I'm just laughing. That's all. I mean, It's like this is once again. Every one of these little subparagraphs you're reading is all the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
License. Somebody telling you what to do. Somebody inspecting.
They want to make the ATF more powerful here, right? This is what's.
Do you think? Speaking of that, do you think that those people, ATF, are using these people, this black woman representative, as kind of a mouthpiece?
Are you talking about fleshlight or a mouthpiece? I don't understand.
I'm talking about using her to work their agenda.
At the ATF?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that there's people.
Do you think that those people talk to those people?
I think even on the political side, on Biden's side, they're getting people to float this to see what happens to that person, right? She's probably bulletproof. She's been there for a long time from that part of Texas or wherever she's from, and no one's gotten rid of her. So she's bulletproof. Why not float her up and let her do that? But I think ultimately the bureaucrats over at the ATF, they're just, they just want job security and pension plans and all that kind of stuff in the future.
I don't know about that. I think that the bureaucrats at the ATF want to roll your life.
Yeah.
I think their single-minded goal is to tell you how to do everything, just like every other Democrat that runs.
Well, of course they want to.
That's exactly.
They know what's good for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
They know better than you do, Walter.
Yeah, they've lived a pure life. Long as their glory holes for use, it's all good.
And that's not even a joke. Those
Not
those
a joke,
ATF
dude.
dudes are out
That's
insane.
the life. That's the truth.
Yeah.
ATF agent. For anybody that's not aware, there was an ATF agent
Two.
in.
Search ATF, Google or
Glory hole.
DuckDuckGo, ATF
Two
agent
different
glory
agents.
hole.
Two
Yeah.
different agents.
Yep.
Two different
Got
agents.
caught in Louisiana.
You know what? When I had
Louisiana,
when I had Vince on, no one reminded me of this because that would have been so
know.
funny for me to talk to Vince about. Next time we get him on, I heard he came through his surgery well, and he's getting better. So hopefully we'll get him on again here. We'll get him to talk about the ATF glory holes
And
situation.
they did not get rid of these people. They just shuffled them around a little.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the Catholic Church, you know, put them over in that parish where nobody's watching,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and they keep running the hole.
Yeah. Can we talk about the psychological evaluation?
Yes, we can. Let's evaluate someone. Yes.
Yeah. So psychological evaluation has to be conducted in accordance to the blah, blah, blah. The evaluation is conducted in compliance with such standards as shall be established by the Attorney General. There's way too much power going to the Attorney General. The evaluation is conducted by a licensed psychologist approved by the Attorney General. As deemed necessary.
Do you think our new Health and Human Services
Oh,
secretary
that queer,
could-
that
you think-
transsexual thing.
Do you think that our Health and Human Services secretary could pass a psychological exam and own a gun?
that the ugliest
asking.
In this
transsexual
upside down world, yes.
life?
Just asking out of curiosity.
Yeah.
I mean, does
The
what's
freak
it called?
show. The freak show. Yes, the freak show.
Yeah.
Dissociative identity disorder? No, it's not DID. I can't think of what it's called.
You know, back in the old days, people who didn't know, anyways, they were deemed mentally unstable.
Basically, what we're looking at here that's happening in American politics is if you relate this back to like Batman and Gotham City and Arkham Asylum, if they take all the lunatics that are in Arkham Asylum out and then take all the people of Gotham and put those lunatics in charge of them, that's what we're looking at. And those nutcases get to decide who's a criminal now.
Yeah, but this is not a
Right.
movie.
Yeah, except it's real life.
It doesn't end like a movie where there's a sequel. It ends where the criminals eventually get
Yeah.
by the peoples.
Yeah.
Say that. So
So let's see. Let me go back to this.
just be real.
Yeah. Let me go back to this here for a second. Okay. C, as deemed necessary by the licensed psychologist involved, the individual included. The evaluation included a psychological evaluation of other members of the household in which the individual resides. And as part of the psychological evaluation, the licensed psychologist interviewed any spouse of the individual, any former spouse of the individual, because they'll love you, and at least
They're not even in your life anymore.
Yeah.
Look, here goes.
This is all insane.
Joe, he cheated on me, so I'm gonna really f him good now,
That's
aren't
exactly what it is.
I? Yeah.
Look how red flag is being. Get the.
It doesn't even matter who cheated on who. If you're divorced, whoever's involved is mad. Whoever's
90%
involved is mad.
90% of
This
the
is gonna
divorces
hurt.
involve
This is
cheating.
gonna hurt women. This is gonna hurt women just as much or more than even men, because there'll be dudes out there like, you know what? No, she dangerous. Don't let
they
her.
don't-
She shouldn't own
the
anything.
They're not
Dems
gonna
try to
talk to guys.
they try to play like they are historically they try to play like they are the party for the little man, the party for the downtrodden, the party for the poor person. This will disparage poor people more than anybody because I could easily afford all of this. I can. I have the money.
This
The regular average Joe.
This black woman, she's black, is putting people. She is. If anybody doesn't know
She's a
that,
black
she's
lady,
actually
yeah.
the black lady. She's taking the rights away from
Black
Black
people.
people.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
And
the
women.
Why don't the black people stand up in her neighborhood? Her district is probably primarily black. Let's be honest. Let's be straight up. That's how she stays in office. Why don't they stand up for themselves? They don't.
Yeah.
They get a check sometimes. Maybe the check is.
I don't think a lot of people are paying attention to this until they need to defend themselves. So, like Tango Hunter.
Until the little boy's in jail.
Yeah, Tango Hunter disagrees with me, but what I'm saying by that is just imagine the women out there who feel threatened for some reason, someone's stalking them or whatever, and they decide to go out there and defend themselves. They have to jump through all these hoops before they can defend themselves, and if they have a former spouse that's mad at them for some reason, they're gonna get. Listen, this is open to everyone. If we actually are living in a world where they're only gonna go talk to men or males who are going to do this, and they're only gonna go talk to their former wives and stuff, then we've got a whole other issue there. Anyone, this is for everyone. There's no special thing that you're gonna walk up there and go, "Hey, I have a vajayjay, so I'm exempt from this."
Yeah, but you know it very well. When woman screams rape, what happens?
We must believe all women.
Irregardless whether it happens or
how
not.
dare you? We must believe all women.
The guys are the point of the thing. If a guy screams rape, they just go, "Yeah, right, yeah." Sure,
Was it fun?
Yeah. Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like.
Trust me, as a guy, if that really happens to you, it's not gonna be fun.
Oh, it's a horrific
What I'm
life-changing
saying
event.
is, who do they believe?
Yes.
No, I get
That's
it.
the real
I understand
world,
that. I understand
not
that.
everybody, all-inclusive law enforcement. It doesn't happen. Obviously, you know, because certain folks get targeted in certain neighborhoods, right?
No, Walter. that's
Listen,
not
I
how-
guarantee you that half the people in Congress won't even be able to jump through all the loopholes of this, or all the requirements of this. I shouldn't say loopholes.
She can't jump through the requirements.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not.
She couldn't pass a psych evaluation from somebody who's not biased because they made a donation to the Democratic Party
Yeah.
or Republican Party. whichever
Applebite
party.
also agrees with Tango Hunter, so I'll put it out there. Okay.
But that women are disproportionately affected, you're going to say?
No, they go after guys. It's a guy thing.
Yeah, Tango is saying, and so is Applebite, that it's the dudes who are going to suffer the most.
Yeah.
More than women.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
No, it will affect women as well. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Yeah.
But more men are gun owners, so it will disproportionately affect them.
One of the things you want to think about guns, these are the great equalizers. So if you're an older person, if you are an older woman or something like that, or you're a woman where you're, obviously a male-female relationship, the guy more than likely statistically is going to be tougher and all that kind of stuff. This is the equalizer that you need if you get into a situation with this person where you cannot depend on the police to come save you. Okay? That's the beauty of firearms here, right? So this is something to think about. I think the people voting for these people should think about this. They want to take all of these things away from you and leave you dependent only on the state and whether or not the state thinks that you need help. So okay, I'm not going to argue that one with you guys. You're probably right on that. Okay.
Survey says.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You actually run the numbers. Just run numbers. Run federal numbers. You'll find out that it's the truth.
Well, there's a ton of women, and that 8 million new people that came on board here, it's mostly women and then people of color, right, or minorities.
I don't believe that. I do not believe that.
I believe it.
You as buyers?
The numbers don't support that, Hank. Sorry.
They said, listen. 21 million sales. They said out of that, 8 million are women and people of color. I believe it. I've seen it. I think when you talk to people at the stores, they'll tell you that that's true.
I think people in general are hopefully waking up to all this.
They've been seeing these numbers. When we talk to the guys from Barnauls or any other place like that, they've been seeing who it is that's buying stuff. You can see this, and it's out there. I see it myself. It's out there. It's not just white dudes going to buy guns, right?
Don't count on those people being aware.
I do not count on them being aware at all.
They're not buying the gun because they want to be politically active and aware. They're scared the fuck out of everything. That's why they're buying the guns. So.
Yes, but this woman is saying that what they bought, what those 8 million people bought, they don't have a right to unless they jump through all these requirements.
Unless you go talk to Eric Holder.
Somebody needs to make those communities aware. Because that community is not watching.
And the people that need to make them aware are the people in the community. But the people in the community won't do it because they're scared they're going to get called an Uncle Tom and this and that and the other. And you're not with us. You're not standing with the leaders and all this stuff. They don't do it. Mm-hmm. Sorry, it's the facts. I mean, it's a powerful group of people if they would get their shit together and stand up as a group.
They have to get out of wokeness and get really
They
and
have
really
to
awake.
get off the plantation. They got to get
Yeah.
out of that mindset of this is my neighborhood and all this stuff. The world's your neighborhood. And the only way you're going to get up out in that world is if you stand up. I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Yeah. So okay, let's keep going here. Let me just go back a little bit here. So that thing was, as part of the psychological evaluation, the licensed psychologist interviewed any spouse of the individual, any former spouse of the individual, and at least 2 other persons who are a member of the family of or an associate of the individual to further determine.
I say this every time, but could you imagine any other constitutional right where this sort of thing would apply to it? Listen, we can't have you publishing your First Amendment view. You can't talk publicly unless you go see a psychiatrist. We talk to your family. You have a safe room.
But your 12-year-old can go get an abortion, right?
Seriously though, think about that. Like,
Your 12-year-old can change their gender if they want to.
Yeah. We can change them into something
At the risk of setting you off again, Walt.
Before they even as I say, before their balls have even been dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a
chemically castrate them.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, they have a right. Yeah. Let's just create more of the freak show.
Yeah. So, can we go into the denial of license?
Sure.
There's more?
Yeah. This is the denial section.
It's round and around. Yeah, go.
That's a denial. That's a river. And,
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the denial part. Let's get into the denial part. Okay. All right.
Captain Clever, I can call anybody I want what I want. That's what's great about this country.
Yeah, that's true.
As soon as you can say that I can't say saw somebody the freak show, you've lost it. Once again, once you can't say what's on your mind, the place is done.
Walter is not the leader of the movement. Let's say that.
Well, I mean, just say this. I mean, when I see something and it's not right, it's like, okay, I'm going to say something about it.
So that's not. But what you just said is not Kathleen's statement. This is what her statement is. Your response to it was what you just said. Walter wants people to come together in the 2A and calls people freaks. She said, "I call BS on that."
Let me just say one thing about that. This idea of bringing all these factions together is not necessarily the best thing for the Second Amendment, and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay,
because you're going to push away more people than you bring in. Boop, done.
Okay, so here's another thing. Here's another statement from Joe DeBose. He says, "Not true. I'm in that community, and these people are educating themselves on gun rights."
Who said this? Joe DeBose. Joe, that is on you. In the best way possible to spread the gospel, because I am not the person that they're listening.
They're not going to listen to me. They're not going to listen to Patrick.
Yeah.
So I hope you are spreading the gospel within that community.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's just life. They're not going to listen to me or.
I'm in a totally different place in life. So yeah, I'm not the.
So listen here. In this show right here, we are 3 individuals.
Yeah.
And I mean that, I'm laughing, but I mean that in a serious way. We are 3 individual people. We're friends or whatever, but we're not exactly the same. Patrick's not the same as me.
Obviously.
Walter's not the same as either one of us. Everyone has the right to say what they want to say here. I don't try to curb what Walter has to say. I think some people agree with Walter, and his voice sounds like some people's voice. I think Patrick says what he wants to say, and he's a completely, Walter and I are 10 years apart. Patrick is probably 20-something years apart from us, at least 20. Right?
How old are you, Hank?
I'm going to be 49 soon. So,
yeah, I'm about 20.
Yeah. So he has a particular voice that he uses, and then I have a particular voice that has to do with a whole bunch of stuff that you could see, things maybe you don't see, or whatever. And we're all talking here, and what we're trying to do is bring across to the people a very close approximation of what people are thinking and talking about out there. So one of the things, we're talking about the Second Amendment, does come back to the right of someone to say what they want to say. It doesn't mean that that we agree with them.
You have to like it, or you have to agree.
Yeah. I spend a lot of time arguing with Walter about some of the stuff, and I think in this particular instance, if we're talking about this bill this woman's putting forward, I don't know what the point of that is, because then we'll never get to that.
Well, it's horse shit what she put forward. So, yeah. I think so.
But I'm just saying, for me to sit here and fight Walter on what he thinks about something, what sense does that make? That's what he thinks about it, and you might agree with that, you might disagree with it.
Yeah, You can do that.
But this is what people are looking at this and doing. And you have to realize, like, how do these people feel about us anyway? Do they give a shit what we think and what our feelings are? If someone doesn't care about your feelings and you, why should you care about them?
Right.
You know, this is the thing. If you want to be one of those people in the world to live and let people be who they are, then why are these people trying to get all deep up in our stuff? Imagine if someone did turn around and go, oh, you want to do this? Well, before you do this, we're going to put you through, you're going to have to get a license to have an abortion or to have a sex change, and we're gonna talk to your spouse, your former spouse, and some people who are related to you, and if they don't like this, we're gonna go, no, you can't do that.
Somebody is saying that we are defeatism. Walter and I are self-defeating attitudes. I'm not sure I understand it, but
look, here's how it works.
I'm just
we all have different views, right? I'm not telling the person that I might not necessarily agree with that they can't do what they want to do. They can do it. Just don't try to push that crap onto me. All right? That's what I'm trying to say to the chat over here or anybody else. If you want to be a little different, then go be different. I don't care. But don't try to push it on my kids at school. Don't try to don't normalize.
No, I was just going to say don't normalize.
Don't normalize your weirdness. And it's weird, trust me. There's all kinds of weird shit going on in the world. Back in the old days, people were weird still. They've always been weird. They've always been strange and different. But it wasn't this government systematic, like they claim the Republicans were doing, this systematic racism. Well, there's a systematic normalization of the freak show. And the freak show goes in a lot of different directions. And it's destroying the base, how this country works. Sorry. Done. Finished. Over. You got to have a moral base, some kind of a little bit of one. Or it's like Rome. Okay? When you start to everything, that's what happened to Rome.
Yeah. This is where, like, there's a point where you push past too far, right? And things start to fall apart. And I think when you try to force a set of things on people and people just have to accept that because, well, you're like, hey, this should be okay and this should be acceptable. But this is not okay and not acceptable from people who feel the opposite of that. So who has the right to feel the way they want to? Everyone.
That's, whether you're pushing your electric car on me or that the world is melting or flooding or you like to, whatever, you like to hug trees. That's great. Go hug your tree. Be nice. Go in the woods and kiss a squirrel and hug a tree. I don't need it. Sorry.
Yeah.
If you want to go live in a box underneath the bridge, have at it.
Don't live next to my bridge.
Yeah, just not my bridge.
I want your stinky ass next to my bridge. You go live under somebody else's bridge.
Right.
Listen, ultimately here, what's going to happen is that, the
pushback will begin at some point.
if you really believe in freedom, so what we're talking specifically about here is guns, right? And guns, it's covered in the Second Amendment, right? So the First Amendment's about speech.
About this.
The Second Amendment, what we're doing here, talking. Individuals, people should be able to talk and say what they believe, whether we agree with them or we don't.
Or not.
The whole process is to hear what other people are thinking, and you don't have to agree. I don't think that's why I'm even giving people a voice here, because I don't think people have to agree with us, and everyone has a voice. This is what we do. None of us agree. We all
and target, said Walter. What are your pronouns?
What the basis? Our base is the same. Our base agreements are the same.
Yeah, but if you really believe in freedom, an exercise like this, like what this bill would be, is to take away from people the right to defend themselves, right? And this is a basic right. This is an inalienable right that you have the right to defend yourself.
One of those God-given rights, they say.
I don't think the politicians understand that they don't grant us those rights. The Constitution guarantees what has already been granted to us by our makers. It's not them that's granting our rights.
That's an old document made by a bunch of old white guys.
I know it's.
Joe DeBoss says, "Sorry, Walter's black voice threw me," and he's putting the crying, laughing thing. He's been doing that for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
That's fine. No one ever. Does anyone ever notice my white voice when I do? No, probably
is that
not.
the one where you do the hands too, and you're like, is that your white voice?
What the hell was that you just did?
Yeah, I'll record it next time, and you'll totally know. I'll pull up an episode where you're talking like that. That's your white voice.
I do have one. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if anyone notices it. Walter's black voice stands out more, and then people get mad if they hear Walter's black voice, which he's just like.
I know.
Hey, that's like acting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Walter is a highly gifted, skilled actor.
Voice person, yes.
Yeah. Listen, can we just get back?
Get back to this.
Can we get back to this
bill?
Yeah.
Can we get back to?
Yeah. The bill is already causing problems in the world. This thing should never ever see the light of day. Any kind of I'm telling you guys, 8 years ago, this would have never seen the light of day. Okay.
They knew better. They knew better then.
Yeah. So
they were doing stuff like that, but it didn't get any attention.
Yeah.
It didn't draw attention.
Yeah. So listen, and also I would like to see everyone smash the thumbs ups, because nowhere else are you going to see people get into a discussion like this and be raw and honest. Not even on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has honest, raw conversations. Not about this. Okay. So we're doing it. We're doing it right now. Denial of license. Okay. Denial of license is the next one. Okay. Denial of license. Let's see here. Required, the Attorney General shall deny such a license to an individual if the individual is prohibited by federal law from possessing a firearm, if the individual has been hospitalized.
You're already prohibited.
Yeah.
You're already prohibited. If you're a prohibited individual, do you think you're going to go, let me go try to get my license as a felon?
Yeah, we're just layering. We're layering stuff on top of. It's layers.
No,
it's multiple
you're just
layers.
gonna go buy one. You're gonna go steal one from somebody who's listed on the map as, my next door neighbor has sees all these guns. I'm just gonna go rob him, and then I got all his guns.
What's stopping all these? First of all, you can make guns, but what's stopping all these people from having knives, renting a car, renting a U-Haul truck, getting into a plane?
Lots and lots and lots of damage to whatever I want.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. So listen, if the individual has been hospitalized with a mental illness, disturbance, or diagnosis, including depression, homicidal ideation, suicidal ideation, attempted suicide, or addiction to a controlled substance within the meaning of the Controlled Substance Act, or alcohol, or brain disease, including dementia or Alzheimer's.
So does gender dysphoria fall in there? 50% are
no.
And
suicidal.
And taking drugs that alter your
psychotropic drugs.
It's alter your thought process to become
2, on account of
don't get offended at me. Gender dysphoria is a term in the DSM-5 and 6. It is a medical diagnosis. So
yes.
Yeah.
Don't go getting up my ass about it.
2, the individual.
Way, I don't want that.
The individual has been hospitalized. Listen, 2, the individual has been hospitalized, and we went through all of that kind of stuff. 2, on account of conduct that endangers self or others. B, authorized. The Attorney General may deny such a license if to an individual if the psychological evaluation referred to in paragraph 2 indicates that the individual has a chronic mental illness or disturbance or brain disease referred to in subparagraph A, is addicted to a controlled substance within the meaning of Controlled Substances Act, or alcohol, or is attempted to commit suicide, or
so alcoholics can no longer own a gun? When does drinking too much preclude you from owning a firearm?
Obviously, it does now.
Just a drunk.
Yep. Prior psychological treatment or evaluation of the individual indicated that the individual engaged in a conduct that poses a danger to self or others. So, if you the thing about this that people need to understand, if you had problems in the past and you fixed your problems, that will be held forever against you. Just think about that.
Let me tell you how it works. They keep using this word, Attorney General.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever written your congressman or senator?
Sure.
He doesn't see anything you write.
Mm-hmm.
One of his college student apprentices, or whatever they call them, the ones that like Bill Clinton used to like, they open those letters up. They read that mail, and you get a form letter back. Do you think that the Attorney General is going to be evaluating you? Some
the Attorney General is a politically appointed position.
But he's not going to look at anything. That's not his job.
I mean,
and there's going to be somebody that was carrying bags for somebody in the Democratic Party or the Republican Party or whatever it is during the election, and they're going to be in that office, and they're going to go, oh, no, not this guy. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, they go on social media. They're looking at Patrick James, social media. Oh, he's
too dangerous. That's speech.
Yeah. Boom. See it. He wore a hat from Shots. He wore a National Shooting Sports Foundation hat. Boom. No way. Gone.
Yeah. They could suspend you. I mean, this is why they're trying to say, even though
suspend me. Sheila Jackson, you can lick the dirtiest part of my taint. Go suspend me. There you go.
Yeah. Suspension of license. Let's get into this. Let's get it. Please, I don't want to think about your dirty taint. Suspension of license. In general, a license is issued under subjection to an individual. Wait, hold on. Let me get this right. There we go. A license issued under the subsection to an individual who is under indictment for a crime punishable by imprisonment for a term exceeding 1 year is hereby suspended. Boom.
Wait,
so
what?
Yeah, if you
1 year.
Yes, if something happens to you and you go to jail for 1 year or longer than a year, your license done.
Like we just talked about, I don't want to normalize criminal behavior. But a year can happen for a lot of things.
I thought they were trying to
with
this prison reform garbage, right? I mean, what about all these poor people that are in jail for having a couple
bags
joints
a week
or something,
right?
You
would lose rights because of that.
This is designed. Well, you know what? I have to say, Hunter Biden, I don't think he's going to qualify for any guns.
I'm sorry,
but
Hunter.
I still don't care. I don't want this thing.
He'll be the damn Attorney General. What are you talking about?
Yeah, probably.
You know how it works. How it works, right?
He probably will be the person. Okay.
So
yeah. So listen, I'm going through the reasons. Listen, it's 8:20. So let's try to get through this. Okay. Okay. So 1 year. If you go to jail for more than a year. B, authorized for lack of firearm insurance. The Attorney General may suspend a license issued under the subsection to an individual who has violated Section 922 in the most recent 12-month period. So if you don't have firearm insurance within within a year, they could kick you out of this. 5, revocation of license. A license issued under this subsection to an individual who is or becomes prohibited by federal, state, or state law from possessing a firearm is hereby revoked. Such an individual shall immediately return the license and surrender all firearms and ammunition owned or possessed by the individual to the Attorney General. Yeah, with the bullets first.
You are revoked, sir.
Expiration of license. A license issued to an individual under this subsection shall expire. So all of this expires. In the case,
you have to redo it every so often?
Yes. In the case of a license that's been in effect for less than 5 years, 1 year after the issuance or renewal, as the case may be. So if this makes any sense, if you've had it for 5 years, but you don't renew, 1 year after that, they could kick you, which that doesn't make much sense. In the case of a license that's been in effect for 5 years, 3 years after the most recent date that the license is renewed, renewal of license. The Attorney General shall renew a license issued to an individual under this subsection if the individual requests a renewal by the end of the 60-day period that begins with the date the license expires. In the 3-year period ending with the date the renewal is requested, has met the requirements.
I hate to say it, I think you're losing everybody. This tech part is getting real boring.
Okay, all right, so we can go through it. But basically, you
have to redo it.
You have to renew it, and it's not like a thing you get it and you're good and you behave yourself.
Have I told the cellophane pants joke in a while? Because she clearly wears them. Haven't told this joke in a long time. I'll give it again.
Okay.
Man walks into his doctor's office wearing cellophane pants. The doctor looks at him and says, "I can clearly see your nuts." She wearing cellophane pants.
Yeah. Yeah. So listen, you have to have this thing insured. You got to renew it. Let's go on to there's firearm insurance in here.
Sounds like a good set of boobs.
Yeah. You know what the Attorney General. So in here, firearm insurance. Let's go through this for a second. It says, in general, the Attorney General should issue to any person who's applied for a license pursuant to the blah, blah, blah. General, the fee specified in this paragraph, right? The fee specified in this paragraph is $800.
Can I just say something here real quick?
Yes.
All right. This woman, once again, do you think, let me be quite blank, we're very frank here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think depots, you think depots are going to pay $800 to get a license?
No, baby.
I don't know where's this $800 coming from?
Well, they're going to get a check for it from the government because they can't afford it. Because they can't.
No, they
afford
won't
it,
get a
right?
check. They won't get a check for this. I guarantee you.
Oh, you want? You
That's
want
gonna
to
be
bet?
next stipulations. You can't spend your government check on this.
Well, then the lawyers, the smart lawyers, assume for. Well, anyways,
Yeah. So, anyway, this license that they want you to have is at $800. So, for how many people do you think own guns in America?
It's so part of this is a revenue stream.
Yeah.
Like that's what they look at is to make revenue.
Yeah.
part of this is sanity.
Yeah. Part of this is cellophane pants.
Yeah.
Oh,
So now what happened? What happened?
So it's Hank, too serious for Monday. Come on,
yeah.
man.
Listen,
agree.
this is okay. This is what
just
is
found-
out there. I didn't make this up.
I
No,
know,
I'm
but
with- that's just-
I didn't make
a
this
Trojan, a Trojan can't even take this abuse. So.
Brian Quick says I'll have to circle back about that $800. What?
Yeah. Oh God, that woman. Have you guys seen that? The circle back memes.
No.
The new press secretary knows.
Oh
absolutely
yeah,
nothing.
yeah. She says she's
And
gonna
just
circle back
constantly
to
go,
everything.
I'll circle back. I'll circle back.
Wasn't she the one that used to be in the crowd?
Was she one in the crowd? I don't know.
Was she one of the ones that was always asking the snarty, the shitty questions?
I don't know, but it would be very funny if that was true.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Her face looks familiar when I see her face. I don't know where I've seen her before. Yeah.
I saw it on the most punchable faces on the internet forum.
Appalachian Gunrunner says, would anyone comply with this? Would any of you do this? No.
No.
Nope.
Oh.
Let me see. I'll put everyone that says no up there. I don't
already
think so.
told Sheila Jackson what she can lick. Do you think I'm going to comply with this?
Yeah. So Walter wanted us to get to this part. So we're gonna get to the guns, right? Let's
Just
get
listen to these descriptions.
Okay.
And think back in time to the 1990s.
Yeah, military style weapon defined. Listen, the videos on this were all 10-15 minutes. This is a real video on this. Military style weapons defined. The term military-style weapons means any of the firearms or copies or duplicates of the firearms in any caliber known as Norinco, Mitchell, and Poly Technologies, Avomat, Kalashnikovs, all models, Action Arms, Israeli Military Industries, Uzi and Galil, Beretta AR-70, SC-70, Colt AR-15, Fabrique Nationale, FN, FAL, FN LAR, and FNC, SWD, M10, M11, M11/9, and M12.
Tech.
Yeah. Yeah, Steyr AUG, Intratech, Tech 9, Tech DC9, Tech 22. What the hell did a Tech 22 do to anyone? This is all okay. Revolving cylinder shotguns, such as are similar to the Street Sweeper and Striker 12. A semi-automatic rifle that has the ability to accept a detachable magazine and has at least two of the following: a folding or telescoping stock, a pistol grip that protrudes conspicuously beneath the action of the weapon.
1022 right here, assault weapon.
Yeah. A bayonet mount, a flash suppressor, or a threaded barrel designed to accommodate a flash suppressor, and a grenade launcher. A semi-automatic pistol.
Look how dangerous these are.
A semi-automatic pistol that has an ability to accept a detachable magazine and it has at least two of the following: an ammunition magazine that attaches to the pistol outside of the pistol grip, a threaded barrel capable of accepting a barrel extender, flash suppressor, forward hand grip or silencer, a shroud attached to or partially or completely encircles the barrel and that permits the shooter to hold a firearm with a non-trigger hand without being burned.
This is straight off the assault weapons ban from 1994.
Yeah.
These people, she is such a, her people, because she didn't write this, are such a bunch of effing retards.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other word for it. Retarded. I know that offends some people, but there are people who are mentally unable to comprehend what they're doing.
I'm not going to chastise you for calling anyone retarded.
Not you got.
Yeah.
There's a lot of retarded people in the world. And a lot of those people take drugs.
As Alex Jones says, Joe, I think I might be a little bit retarded.
Black it out. The street goes black now, do it. But there's a lot of misfits out there, and she is effing one. Her people are one of them.
Yeah.
So.
Brian Quick says we'll have to circle back about how obsolete bayonet lugs are. I love a good bayonet lug on a thing.
Oh, Pink Sticker's awesome.
I always bring it up. Find the last person in the United States that was killed or harmed with a bayonet attached to an end of quote unquote assault rifle.
Yeah, John Doe says, "What is a barrel extender?" That
goes back to the 90s with the MAC-10s with a screw-on barrel extension, a faux suppressor,
fake
like
suppressor.
that. It's
a tube with threads on it would be a barrel extender.
Right, which actually just makes it harder to walk around with and use. But it's right off the assault weapons ban.
Mm-hmm.
It's the name.
Yeah, they just did copy and paste. They did copy and paste. Let's be honest, right? And for this section, I wasn't even done. Where was I?
Oh God!
Not even done.
Can I go back to sleep?
This is just to show the ridiculousness of this. We're almost done.
I just found when we get done with this, I found the world's ugliest new gun.
Yeah,
So.
a manufactured weight of 50 ounces or more when the pistol is unloaded.
That's right off the assault weapons ban. I mean, I can't listen to this shit. It's the same. It's this ridiculous stuff. And people jump
a
to those.
semi-automatic version of an automatic firearm.
Oh, then there's none then.
And a semi-automatic shotgun that has at least two of these: a folding or telescoping stock, a pistol grip that protrudes conspicuously beneath the action of the weapon, a fixed magazine capacity in excess of 5 rounds, and an ability to accept a detachable magazine.
Oh man, this will cause civil war.
Yeah.
3.0.
If we could turn a pistol grip into some kind of sexual device,
right? I'm gonna skip.
Then it'll be completely legal.
I'm gonna skip past a whole bunch of stuff. Let's go to penalties real quick.
Anything can be a sexual device.
Whoever knowingly violates Section 922A shall be fined not less than $75,000 and not more than $150,000, imprisoned not less than 15 years and not more than 25 years, or both.
I thought we were getting prison reform.
Whoever knowingly violates Section 922BB shall be fined not less than $50,000 and not more than $75,000, imprisoned not less than 10 years and not more than 15 years, or both. Whoever knowingly violates Section... This is going to go on.
Yeah,
I'm not going...
All right, let's get to the end of the... Whoa. Okay. Because you're killing me.
His computer just committed suicide.
I thought you got to leave early, so let's get to the end of the show.
Yeah, I mean, this is so laughable, but it's the reality of what these guys are trying to do. You know, it's the reality of what these guys are trying to do that's out there that Sheila Jackson Lee is up to. You know,
it's just the beginning, my friend. Just beginning.
Yeah. So there you go. M. Gabriel sums it up. Pretty much all ridiculous. So there you go. If you haven't, listen, I know this is probably kind of boring to the folks who enjoy our usual repertoire and our amazing entertainment factor that we have. Joe DeBois says this crap is crazy.
TCG 44.
Oh, he says,
puts crap
yeah,
to sleep.
Florida Man. James Miller says, I have 4 words for Sheila, shall not be infringed. Yeah.
Duh. Not anything bad to the chat thing, but duh.
Yeah.
Sheila Jackson Lee. Well, that's a bunch of old stuff done by them old white men back then. You know, and it's like, what are you talking about? Come on. Those people had the same problems that we have now. They had the same tyranny. Only difference between now and then is they don't have the modern conveniences we have in technology. They had the same scumbags, the same people trying to take away their rights, the people stealing money, screwing each other like rabbits, you know. And well, I mean, I got nothing against the sex part. That's great, but you know, but what you know, what I'm saying the debauchery is the same as it was then as it is now.
The debauchery is how 7 billion people got here.
Well, yeah, exactly right. Well, but once again, the same kind of thievery, the same kind of lying. Just now we have different ways to. They had the printing press, so they had to do it manually. Now we have this venue here. So nothing's changed. So the things they came up with were as a result of all that, and it still applies today.
Right. DCG44 says, "Can we have a real Monday tomorrow?"
I'm on board.
Oh, before we go, you want to see the world's ugliest new gun?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Where is it?
Go to the Firearms blog.
Okay.
Go down to the 4th article on the front page and get a good laugh.
Is it the India thing? Is that what you're talking about?
You gotta look at.
You're gonna attack my peoples now. After all of this, Walter, you gotta go after. You gotta go after my people. India introduces ingenious ASME submachine gun.
Indigenous, not ingenious.
I'm sorry. What did I?
Okay, here's your Glock.
Okay, that's my dyslexia talking right there.
Here's your Glock carbine. There
Indigenous.
Go, right
indigenous. What did I say? Ingenious.
Ingenious. You said ingenious because you were talking about your people.
Indigenous. Yeah, Walter. This gun has everything for everyone and nothing for most people.
Would you stay? I wouldn't get my picture taken holding that gun. Sorry.
Okay, so the lower part of it looks like a Glock. That the lower part right here is a Glock.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's a Glock.
And then the upper part is what? Is that a Scorpion or?
It's like a Scorpion or a Street Bog. It's the same. It's probably an aluminum extrusion if they, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But still, look at that stock. Look at that funky. Up and down.
Weld.
I get it. I get that. But you really.
Is there video of them shooting this? I don't see.
Please say no.
Oh, there is.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if this is video.
Click on it.
Oh!
They're holding it.
Whoop.
It's like on Bay News 9 or Bay News 6 or whatever it is over in India, I guess. Let's see here. They're not going to shoot it. They're just going to show it. Breaking news. Made in India pistols. Reporting from Delhi. Anyway, so the Indians have had a lot of problems with their weapons procurement, the indigenous stuff. I don't quite understand why, but they've bought a lot of foreign guns lately, a lot of AKs, and they've bought SIGs and other stuff like that. So I hope they figure it out. India should be a manufacturing center like China is, but they just haven't got their crap together yet, I guess. So, I don't know.
Have you guys seen? You guys haven't seen the boot gun that guy tried. Some guy made and put on the internet, right?
Boot gun?
Okay, nobody's seen this. Somebody touted it as like
a boot. Oh yes, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
exactly.
about.
He literally took like Roman candles and taped them to the side.
It's a gun on a boot. It's a gun on a boot.
And he was like, and the news article was like, this could be huge,
revolutionary.
This is in the beginning stages of development. And it's like fucking Roman candles stuck to the side of a rubber boot. What are you talking?
It's ingenious.
Yeah. Oh God.
That's the new word now. Ingenious.
That one was funny. That one was very funny.
So listen, I think like if you remember with China a couple years ago.
I'm sorry, who?
China. If you think back to what?
Huh? He's out. No more of that.
Okay, but listen to me. Listen to me.
He's gone. He's back in his condo.
Yeah, listen. Shooting against a condo in West Palm Beach.
He's on his gold-plated throne now. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Shooting Gallery, and he gave us a couple of bucks. Thank you. I hope we're entertaining you. If you guys remember, if you go back like 10 years ago in China, they were just basically ripping off American cars, and they were ugly. right? And they were just copying, and then they were trying to make their own stuff. It was ugly. But if you look now, it started to change. Some of those cars coming out, they're still ripping off American design, but some of those cars are starting to look better. I think it's going to be the same thing eventually with India. They're going to come out with ugly, crazy stuff like this, but eventually it's going to get better, especially if they don't have all the crap standing in their way like we have standing in our way here in America.
Well, yeah, naturally. They don't have the Environmental Protection Agency. They don't have a lawyer stacked up to the roof.
Why do you think there are children mining cobalt over there?
Well,
yeah. Okay, Brian Quick did this, and I'm going to do this in my Indian accent. Brian Quick says, some Indian guy is going to be cursing Walter, saying, don't you poke fun, you bastard. We'll suckle back to you, you bastard. And who will be laughing, then, you bastard?
Didn't I say that
By the way,
India has great potential to become a manufacturing center?
Yeah.
That's the truth. Yeah. Once they get their act together and they can get their... It's like weapons. They can build all the weapons in the world, but they just can't...
Yeah.
Sometimes you try too hard.
Yeah. By the way, for any YouTube people who are looking at this trying to find a way to cancel us, if you didn't find that reason in the last freaking 80 minutes, just let it be known, all of this is comedy and I am Indian. So basically, that will be my defense.
I would love to go to India and see India. I would love to go see India.
Agent, yeah, I'd love to. I have never been to India either myself, but I would love to go. Agent Entropy says Hank's obviously never seen a Tata.
Oh, the three-wheelers?
The Tata. Oh, Tata Motors has a bunch of cheap stuff.
Oh, you see those guys race those things?
Yeah, I've seen
those three-wheelers. Yeah. Oh yeah, man, they rock them, man. It's like cool as.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
What I'm saying is,
Kiaski
like
says Yoda. That wasn't Yoda. Come on now. Kathleen Music Lover says good Yoda, Hank. All right, go ahead, Walt. Sorry.
Try he must, but that was not Yoda.
Yeah.
Try harder, Hank Strange.
Yeah. Judge me by my size, do you?
No, wait a minute.
That's pretty good.
That's
I
pretty
could do
good.
voices.
Good.
That's it. Come on.
Yeah, you had the growl in there.
Yeah.
I could do voices. That was a very good Indian accent.
You lost it.
That
you lost it.
That was a very good.
So
Indian...
is that where they got Yoda from, India?
I don't know. He's supposed to be like a Swami or something like that, I guess.
Maybe Lucas had a tech call to India, and he heard that voice. He goes, "Oh, that's a character I can use." Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, Jar Jar Binks is now in Canada, right? You've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us.
What's her name? Something Tam, the health director of in Canada, that's leading the charge against COVID. Go take a look at her. Tell me she doesn't look like Jar Jar Binks.
Oh boy!
I'm serious.
This, you guys definitely come on. We'll never get to 1,000 episodes like this. They won't let it happen. Is your 6 covered? Says Hank. It did sound like Yoda. No, there's a whole. Massive,
That was good.
There's a whole massive difference.
Teresa Tam. So everybody go look up Teresa Tam and tell me you don't see Yoda. Jar Jar Binks. Just saying.
Hold on, let's see. Wait a second. What is the name?
Teresa?
Teresa Tam.
Teresa Tam.
Shaman 7290. She's a effing nut job. Eddie.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy. Joe DeBose,
I agree with you, but
Eddie
I'm staying out
awesome.
of that. What was that?
Joe DeBoss says Eddie Murphy was the best, Walter. Yes, he was. Eddie Murphy, in the old days, pre-political correctness, was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Is Eddie Murphy politically correct now?
I don't know.
I don't know. But you got to remember, you can be unpolitically correct all you want, but you might not never work again in Hollywood.
Yeah. I don't know if Eddie Murphy really cares about it, but
he's doing all right. He's not hurting.
Yeah.
No, I think he's doing fine.
Yeah, he's doing real good.
Kiaski says Misa agree.
Oh boy. That Jar Jar Binks thing. So the actor that did the voices and the body, because they used motion capture for Jar Jar Binks. Yeah. The actor that did all of that, basically George Lucas tricked him into all of this and told him people would love it, and black people were so mad. And this was a black guy. He was so mad that he was going to kill himself.
Suicide?
Yeah.
He seriously considered suicide because Jar Jar Binks was so bad.
Yeah.
That's how sad.
And
is
his
that?
career was ruined. No one would hire him or anything like that. So
Supposedly, Jar Jar Binks. The rumor that goes around that even he has said is Jar Jar Binks was supposed to be some like mythical Sith Lord that was pretending to be like some goofy idiot, and they wrote that out of the
yeah, my
movies.
boys always said the Jar Jar was supposed to be the Emperor.
Yeah, no, he was originally.
Yeah.
He was supposed
That's
to be like
their
some
that's their theory.
super evil Sith Lord, and he was pretending to be dumb to like, and then they just made him a dumb character, dumb sidekick, and everybody was like, "Oh God, he's the worst." Teresa Tam is the worst.
Jar Jar, use the booba.
yes.
Jar Jar, use the booba.
Yeah. Joe DeBall says no, Walter. I mean your voice impression. So I guess he's going for your voice impression. There you go. Everyone's a freaking critic out there today, man.
I don't know.
You guys had
that's all right.
something spicy for dinner.
I'm
spent
just-
2.5 hours
Huh?
talking
Yeah.
politics.
Those mofos out there had something spicy, man. They came ready to fight.
a battle.
Yeah.
It was a battle.
Okay, so listen, it is Monday. Let's go back. We covered this crazy HR.127 nonsense. There'll be an HR for every single thing out there.
Yep.
Trust me.
Everything.
There's gonna be a lot of those coming out. I'm not complying with anything, so that's the way I feel about it. What else is out there that you guys and everyone was mad when I was doing today was a good day. Hold on.
No,
What are you
this
guys
is-
trying to show off? What is that,
The
Walt?
the only reason I had, this is a 5-round magazine that fits in a cent me in an HK, like a G3.
Does it fit flush?
Let me see.
Flush fitting would be kind of cool on a G3.
Almost flush.
Okay.
But in order to hunt like in Florida legally, you only have 5 rounds. And I used to hunt with a HK91 back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a problem. It's a 308 going.
It's
doing
just
work.
it's heavy to tote around for all day long in the woods, but it's cool as hell. One time I had my gun out and I had the 5-round mag in, all cool and everything. Game warden guy's come pulling up and he goes, "What do you got there, a machine gun?" And I'm like, "No, just 5-round magazine." And it's like, "Oh, okay, have a nice day."
I would love to do some hunting with an M1 Garand because again, same thing. Weight, but cool.
It's big and long though. That's the only problem with this brand. Yeah,
Same
you can
with-
butt.
Oh, that's what she said.
big and long.
Ba-boom.
Backdoor Tiny Joe or whatever. I'm gonna name this episode tonight. It was just Backdoor Little Joe.
Now, I should have just spent the whole episode going through the lyrics of Today Was a Good Day.
Clearly.
We should just, you know what? Actually, we should make, as reparations, we should make Walter read it.
What, that bill?
Wait,
No,
wait.
the
I thought
back-
he gave you some,
Today.
today. Kurt Sambo this weekend. You sure you want to get into that?
I think it would be
I
funny.
see.
We'll make him read it, but
I-
Walter has to. Here's my thing I'm afraid of. If we send Walter the lyrics, he's got to censor out all the parts that we definitely don't want Walter saying in there.
Oh, no, come on.
Then it's no good.
Yeah.
No.
Can I do my best black voice for it?
That's right. Or British. You could do like
Okay, you know what?
accents.
Let's
German?
circle back. Let's
Germans?
circle back to that idea. Let's circle back to
Is
that.
it time for a spot of tea? You know?
Yes.
No.
Very good spot of tea.
No. Let's find
Jolly
something
good time,
else.
yes.
Let's go to something else.
I think you only have about 3 minutes, so you may want to start around. I don't know. You know.
Yeah,
No.
we got some time. We got a little bit of time here.
You gotta,
We'll end at 8:55.
okay.
So we got a little bit of time here for we
Like an old Chinese-
started a little early.
Kathy Lemucular says I gotta read like an old Chinese guy.
Yeah, we got to table that idea. I think it's a recipe for disaster. You guys know that it's probably not a good idea. Lola's not coming in and telling me don't do it. It's me saying don't do it.
Yeah, but it might be a bad idea.
Yeah, it's me saying don't do it. I think that means definitely don't do it. So there you go. Kathy Music Lover says you guys suck.
Hey, I'm not getting paid for this.
Ray Bazzolo says do your Italian voice, Walter.
That's Italian. You know?
This whole Italian voice?
You will never get onto the crew of Saturday Night Live with that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's like everything.
Did you see? I just saw on Facebook thinking about that when John Belushi, Joe Cocker was on Saturday Night Live, and they were side by side on the stage, and John Belushi was doing Joe Cocker. You know, Joe Cocker was like, yeah. You know, I used to wiggle up. You watch a video, you laugh your ass off because it was like he had him down pat, man. The hair all frizzy and wild, and he just like, ah.
There's here's some lever action stuff from Edward Andrews. Throw that up there. Edward Andrews.
Gun stuff. We're talking gun stuff.
Yeah, gun stuff. Let's see who. I'm trying to see if we got some cool video from this weekend to share. I know Lola was shooting a 22 Uzi. That was interesting. Let me see if I could.
That was pretty cool. Hey Patrick, this is just a stock. This is not a gun. But Patrick was shooting a high point carbine, or he tried to.
I tried to, and
Well,
yeah. Let's see if we can get this video of Lola. There we go. Lola shooting a 22. There you go. Lola shooting a 22. That was
Flying
cool.
Rich says I should do it on Instagram. Whatever I was doing before.
No.
You can have my fortune cookie moment.
You can do whatever you want to do on your Instagram. I seriously advise
Readings
against
from the cookie.
I
Readings from the. Oh, I just got an idea for a whole channel.
Oh gosh.
Readings from the cookie. Readings from the cookie.
Any ideas that come out of this show, Walt, you should never do. Okay, here I'm gonna cut in. Here's video of me shooting the micro Uzi. Look at the jowl action right there. Babyface has better footage of the jowl action that we could.
Oh, my son, in slow mo, it's like I probably did the same thing. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I did. There were a lot of cool guns out there. Oh, you know what? I know what I'm going to share with you guys with the time I have left. Who wants to see the Stranger Palooza van life logo?
I have already seen it. So.
Oh well.
I call it RV life.
Yeah, RV life, van life. Here, we'll throw it up. We'll throw it up here for the people. Boom! There it goes.
I like it. I
check that out. Good. Check that out.
What's on the license plate? What's up with
it? Says the license plate says van life. See, it says
it does.
It says van life if you zoom into it right there. And I would do this. I would do this selfish thing. I think you guys should go check out Babyface P. He's got some good videos out. He's doing some good stuff out there. Go check him out. Check out Safety Harbor Firearms and Dirtfoot Racing and all that kind of good stuff.
Denparts.com, yeah. Hey, check out over the weekend we welded the shocks on the back of the 24-hour bike build, so check it out on Instagram, YouTube, Dirtfoot Racing.
Yeah, without a doubt. But what everyone needs to do is go to Stranger Palooza. That's what I would ask all the folks hanging out with us here in the last minutes of this. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers on Stranger Palooza. We're at like 822 subscribers right now. And, we got some videos. There's videos of the van going up there. We got some Tesla stuff up there. We got some military vehicles. I'll be doing more military vehicles. There should be, let me refresh this.
Oh,
because I did put up a new video tonight.
Speaking of the military vehicles, for everybody that's in Florida or in the area, the military vehicle rally's coming up in Green Cove Springs on February 20th.
Oh, February 20th?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, February 20th.
Am I invited?
If you're there, oh, certainly you are. And if you come to bring me a birthday present.
Oh, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it.
I can't make it. I can't make it. Oh, so here's the logo for the van, right? Here's the logo for the van. If this van's a rockin', I'm broadcasting. And now you can whatever.
Yeah, Joe DeBose says he loves this show. DCG44 says I subbed way back. Lola, you didn't turn on the new video on Stranger Palooza. There's going to be a video going up tonight. Lola says she's working on it. So if you guys can go to Stranger Palooza, subscribe over there. We'll get that channel popping. Babyface, are you subscribed to Stranger Palooza? Don't lie. Don't lie.
When are you going with the cam inside driving and doing all that stuff? When are we going live?
Yeah, that's coming up soon. I think I've got to figure out the setup for inside of the van. I have to figure out how exactly I'm putting all this stuff in there.
We had some good ideas. We just got to bring them to fruition.
Yeah.
They were pretty good.
Yeah, Yeah, I've gotta do the whole setup here, and then we'll test it and we'll run it in there. So, no, Flying Rich wants to know if I'm in the van now. No, Flying Rich, no. But I will. We're gonna do something with that soon. Working on it. I'm even gonna do one of those things that everyone does, where you put on, like, I guess you put a GoPro on your hat or something, like a POV drive of the van.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
You don't like
You gotta
those?
get the sticky cams. You gotta get the sticky cams on the windows because I like those.
You like the sticky cams on the windows?
The
Okay.
cam on the window, like, yeah, I like.
But
that.
you don't like the straight looking at the. You don't like that.
Because you gonna bob around.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be,
Makes you
I don't
nauseous?
know.
Oh,
I
you
don't-
mean the camera looking at you as you're driving? You can talk.
I like
and all
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do
Hey,
a
no,
setup.
Hank wants one right here.
Well,
Yeah,
I've
your
seen.
head's always moving, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I've seen guys doing it. Like, I've seen Street Speed do that. Street Speed 717. He does that a lot. You know, that guy bought a Raptor and then wrecked it and then bought another one.
When you got that kind of money,
I'm telling you,
can
that's
just
balling.
throw a shit, I guess.
That's balling. Then drove the wrecked Raptor to the Dodge dealership.
Or
Which is-
dealership. Oh, Raptor.
Uh,
Raptors. Is
Yeah, it was a Ram. Yeah, Ram
okay.
Dodge
Okay.
dealership. That was
Okay,
funny.
okay.
Yeah. Agent Entropy wants to know if you can get a reloading press in the van. No. And
There's not
BWE
enough.
Firearms says a POS van? Question mark. POV.
Is it?
I said POV.
Richard, you're just trying to poke him. Come
Yeah.
on, stop trying to poke him. Yeah, come on.
Hank's van needs a Panzerfaust, but the ATF will have to circle back to. Oh God.
Handsome.
Brian Quick is
That'd be amazing.
No, you need a Panzer Strike.
Yeah.
A Panzer
Yes.
Strike.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Big-
Listen. Let's wrap it up. You guys have had way too much excitement for today. You know, he says the Raptor is a Ford T-Rex.
Yeah, that's what I caught.
Yeah,
me
you
too.
said
T-Rex.
Raptor,
I
I
said
think it was-
Raptor. Yeah, bricks.
And I said, you're in a Ford dealership, right? No,
Yeah, you're right. Oh, look at you. You guys actually catch it. You're not as old as you look, Walt. You caught that one.
I got you old right here. I got you old right here.
Yeah, see, Tools and Targets knows what I'm talking about. He said he just totaled a 90K TRX. He literally jumped it like 15 feet high. You got
But how many views and how much money?
Oh, it's millions.
Exactly.
It's millions. All right, so listen, let's wrap this up here. And I know it's still, Night Train says it's still early, but I have to do a TUSC call coming up here pretty
Gotta
soon.
go somewhere.
Yeah, I got to jump on it. So we'll let these guys go. Walter, tell the folks out there where they can find out about you, keep in touch with you. All complaints department. Go ahead.
You can, Safety Hour Firearms is on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Same with Dirtfoot Racings, and also StenParts at StenParts.com. So also the StenParts Instagram page too. If I posted, shooting, when we go shooting, I post some machine gun stuff up there, aside from Sten stuff also. So those are the basic ways you can get a hold of me. There's also the telephone at the shop. Don't call to complain about the show at the shop, because that won't go very well. I can tell you right now. So
I will get all the blame for that. I will get all the blame.
The conversation will not be very long, to be quite honest with you. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, no. But all seriousness, yeah. If you're looking to, I'm going to start working on another batch of 50 cals tomorrow.
Oh, cool. I think all complaints can go to Babyface P. And exactly how should they do that? Right, Patrick? You don't care. They can complain on your channel about Walter all they
Listen,
want.
you come in and say whatever you want because it helps the algorithm.
Yeah, there you go.
YouTube.com/babyfaceP. Whatever you do to get me to 100,000 subscribers so I can buy that watch that I want, go to me.
Hey, wait. I'll tell you
Nothing
what.
today. Nothing today.
All I want is just new batteries, and half my electric watches have all stopped. So I need some new batteries. So
That's it. All you want is some batteries.
some new batteries.
Some batteries.
A battery replenishment program on a regular basis. Yes.
Oh boy, he could have done that at 1,000. Yeah.
Well, when he hit that 1 million plus viewer thing, like, oh, I'm saying, no.
I could send some. Listen, I'll send some batteries your way. I'll
Oh boy.
slide them right out.
Mm.
I gotta have somebody put them in and stuff.
That's the problem.
Oh,
yeah.
I ain't doing that poor's work. Come on, man. I'm doing that
We can't teach you words, Walter. We can't teach you words.
You taught me the force thing.
Yes, I know, unfortunately. Okay, so listen, on my part, go to hankstrange.com, sign up for the email list there. Then check out TUSC Firearms Crypto Payments. Hopefully we'll have some good news from those guys coming up here pretty soon. I'm going to run in the end. Thanks to everyone. We will see you guys tomorrow. We'll be back. Here goes the end. All right, guys, make sure you smash those subscribe buttons, hit the thumbs ups, leave your comments here. We're going to rip the audio out of this and put it up on iTunes, so you could go find us on iTunes or anywhere else you listen to your audio podcast. Leave a review. Let us know if you think it's good, bad, awesome, whatever it is. We appreciate all of that. Big shout out to Richard Monder out there. Who wants the last word? Come on, guys. Who we got? Babyface. Babyface should get it.
Keep your powder dry.
Buy some magazines while they're cheap.
There you go. We're out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.